We're back. How's it going? What are we gonna talk about first? The college stuff.
Oh yeah, let's
dive right in.
Let's get down and dirty.
Let's dive right in, Jack. Once again, make sure you are in frame. Indeed, there you are. So what do we have to say? What do we have to say? Obviously, this is a terrible thing that's been going on.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
great,
it's been
honestly.
but it's been going on. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like this ain't new.
No, it's not. But I guess
money talks, and it's been speaking.
Yeah,
it's
that's
been
true.
running its goddamn mouth.
I mean that's like, you know like the definition of like a helicopter parent. This is like a army parent. Like
It's
you know
it's just
what I
like
mean?
a rich parent.
This is
It's just like a rich parent. That's like
Yeah.
all it
This
is.
is just like
No helicopter.
I feel like it's kind of the opposite of helicoptering. 'Cause
Wow,
they're
okay,
just like
gotcha.
they don't.
If you're helicoptering, you would make sure your kids had good enough
Yeah,
grades to
you're
get in
like-
by themselves.
Like
Yeah, that's
do
true.
well in school, but they're like, yeah.
You know, we'll just
I can
pay.
make you do well in school.
Right. No, I get it. And then like, Ellie said something like it's incredible how some kids didn't even know that like their parents were paying for their stuff and like now are like getting kicked out of school and everything like that.
Yeah, that's great.
It's terrible.
So actually, a lot of the
Yeah.
kids on the list, at least 3 of them, I actually know because they're
From your school? At
yeah
back
from
home?
my hometown. 2 of them went to my high school.
Oh Jesus.
And then another one just lived close by.
What I'm interested to hear is like how the parents even got like word of this like activity going on. Like that
Oh
they
no!
could
So
pay
this is
for.
interesting. So, like how this all got exposed?
Yeah.
No. Like, how do
Oh.
the parents hear? Like, is it like a rich email list? Like, oh, you have like $5 billion. Like,
One
would
of
you want to
them.
pay for your kids'
I
college?
think they just looked for like fraudulent like who's on a sports team that's never once performed this sport in their whole life.
No, what I'm asking is like how like these parents like found out this was an option for them to
It's-
pay to get their like.
It's usually
Oh.
some people are just like talk to like the school and then like obviously some of the fault is put on the people who are like you know like do these like little like deals with these parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, because
Fine.
there was like a whistleblower at the college board or something.
Yeah.
Find
Shit
one
like that.
snake tooth, 3 leather skins, 1 tear of an albino baby.
And you
Then your
can-
child can enter college.
and then pay us $500,000.
Yeah.
I forgot the
Yeah.
Toad.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like I was talking about it yesterday briefly. Like the amount of like the amount of confidence lost that like a kid must have, like to know like you didn't get into college
No,
on
it's
your own.
crazy. And the one I know the best actually was the one who got the 900 on the SAT.
Oh, that's so pathetic.
I don't really want to expose them like this, but they
Don't-
go to a not very good school. That's all I'm gonna say is
Okay.
they go to a not very good school, regardless of how poorly they did
Right.
and how much money was spent to get them into
What
this.
school is it?
I don't know if
You
I
don't know
should
the
say.
person though.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you know the person.
I
but
know
you
the
don't,
person.
We don't. Well, like none
I
of
know
us.
which school they go to.
Well, you can tell the school.
Okay, it's in the state of Florida, and it has
Florida State.
No, it has like a 60+ acceptance rate, so it wouldn't have been too hard to get into.
Sad.
Wait,
regardless.
Miami.
I don't know, honestly. It's some weird. It's not
I don't
like
really-
it's not one of the
Oh,
big schools.
is it? Oh, is it? Stetson. Because I have a friend who goes to Stetson.
There.
Shout out Max Willman if you're
It's in her
listening.
bio.
Oh.
I don't know if we should say it out
Like, hold on,
loud. though.
time out.
Okay,
Don't
but
just
stop,
stop.
stop.
No, never mind. I
But,
thought.
regardless, this is terrible. And then we segued into a little conversation by saying like, oh, like there are people at LMU that like have to go through the same stuff. And then we talked about Prince Jackson, and someone was like, oh, Prince Jackson's got his own shit
Michael
to worry about.
Jackson's touching people.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we knew that, but now it's
we were talking about that documentary that came out.
yeah.
He did touch a lot of people, you know, like with his music and everything. I mean, just a lot of forms of touch.
Yeah.
His music, he touched the world in many ways.
Then he did some not so kosher touching. But like
Yeah.
it was
Touched the lives of many.
that. Like the
Dude,
stories are so crazy.
The stories
though,
are
you know?
crazy because you know what that documentary did that like made us like that like tugged at like everyone's like heartstrings was it like built it up saying like he was this great guy and like did so many awesome things for these kids like
Yeah,
you know
but
like
hold on, real quick.
yeah.
Tell me you guys at one point did not idolize Michael Jackson when you were growing up.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
here's I did yeah
of course.
I
Every
do.
everybody did. Like
But like I can't listen to his songs
I can.
Seriously?
the same like I can listen to them but I just like
it's like remember what Pete Davidson said
Yeah,
about
Yeah,
it's
you know how
just
you
like-
listen to him? You just put some earbuds in and press play. That's
Yeah.
all you do.
Yeah.
no it's like you
But
just
he's
have to like
donate
separate
a
art
dollar,
from artist I
donate
guess.
like $1 to like charity or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna do that either, but
Definitely not gonna
I'm
do that.
broke. Like I'm,
yeah, I can't
I'm my
do
own
that.
goddamn charity.
But like the way, like what's crazy, what makes me look at him different was like, you know, it's one thing to like, you know, do that activity, like, which is terrible, obviously, but like the manipulation factor behind it, and like how like he made those like kids like go against their parents and stuff. Like he would say like, oh, like your mom is like so mean, like your dad and mom aren't getting along.
That's
you know?
been out since like even when he was alive though. That was, they were like talking about that.
It's
though.
true, but like
Yeah, I always knew that was happening.
I just like I knew about the allegations. I just never really like looked into it, like dove into it. But now like hearing the stories from like the kids themselves, like oh my god, like terrible. Like I was really like I don't know what's the word, like cringing, but not like cringing, but like
Shudders, like
yeah, it was
you just felt icky.
it was I felt weird watching it, you know, like
'Cause
knowing
it's
about
just
all
like,
that stuff.
whoa.
Because he made the kids like love it too, you know what I mean? Like he like did, because like that was
I
their
mean,
like
his whole ass
He made the kids
house,
love
like
it.
it's
That's
called
true.
What?
his
It's
house
true.
was called Neverland
Yeah.
Ranch, dude.
yeah, that's really it's really just like icing on the cake. Cause like they like all the parents who talked about it like in the interviews were like he was just like a kid himself, you know, like
Well,
we
he
thought
did.
he was
He
our
did
kid.
have a rough child. Like, there's even allegations
No.
that his dad
He never got to
chemically
be a child.
castrated him, and that's how his voice stayed so high.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, like, well, this is just a conspiracy, but it, you know, like,
He never had a childhood.
yeah, I mean, he was kind of forced into being like an international superstar
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
after, like, he didn't even, you know, like, he never had time to figure himself out. So obviously, there's a lot of psychological repression
Right.
going on.
Of course. I just don't. Oh, God, it was
That's
just like.
obviously it doesn't excuse anything, but it's
No, it shouldn't. I
but
know.
it just makes
Makes
it's
sense.
easier to make sense of that in your head. Like,
Yeah.
understanding.
No, you're right.
Because like actually, this is interesting. I was watching Sophia for one of her for her American Catholicism class. Watched that movie called Spotlight,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
like it's basically like how the Boston Globe
Oh, I love that movie. I love
compiled
that
all
movie.
their evidence and
That movie was very, very slow for me.
basically
It
exposed
is slow.
the Catholic Church for their priests, you know, like touching children.
Uh-huh.
And at one point in the movie, some like psychotherapist said that it's like a diagnosable psychological condition that like just happens, you know.
Yeah. Come on, what is this?
Oh shit! Who's this, man?
Dude.
This is a Bob. Who's this? Oh. Never mind.
I was wondering why I felt like I was feeling something.
I felt young again. Sorry. Sorry.
Pump the brakes there.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, terrible. Absolutely awful. But you're bleeding a little, Keith, on your face.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Anyway, but yeah. So like terrible
Because I
stuff.
cut myself. Sorry, what? Sorry.
All right. All right. But anyway, yeah. So like, regardless, I mean, like, obviously, when I say like I can't listen to his music the same, like I'll listen to it and I'll like still like love the songs that he has, but like I'll just think of that like documentary now, you know.
Yeah.
Which is what that's what it was intended on doing, you know.
It's like kind of putting a black mark on our collective,
Putting a black mark
Memory
on a
of
white
him.
person.
like Shane Dawson in his recent controversy.
Oh yeah, what's that all about? Please enlighten us, Jack.
So
on what's
yesterday
going
I
on.
hear
Your
this
thing.
I hear this old radio clip of Shane Dawson like claiming to have done stuff with his cat. And
What do you mean? Like played like fetch or like, you know,
no,
it?
no, it was a different nature.
Oh, got it. So you were like maybe like, you know, like take him for a walk.
He readily admitted that fluids came in contact with the cat, and I was
Like
sitting
like
there
a vaccine.
Like maybe
No.
he poured water
Yeah,
on him.
like a water.
Like a bath.
Yeah.
It was more of a biologically created fluid, but
So
Yeah.
sex.
So he had sex with the cat.
Yes, I think that's what
Basically.
you're getting at, Jay.
Why do you say that, Jack? God.
Because it's weird, man. It's so weird. And he's
Oh,
just
God.
like talking about it like it's no big deal. And then yesterday he posted this whole thing on Twitter like, I'm not making any more apology videos.
Oh jeez.
I was like, I didn't have sex with my cat.
I'll not have sexual relations with that feline.
It was
With that
exactly
feline
like that.
cat.
And then I'm just reading it. I'm like, dude, I think you had sex with your cat. It was just like, but okay, not like Shane Dawson was, you know, in very high public regard.
I need to like remember who he is. He is though. I gotta look up a
He
picture.
did that.
Shane Dawson is?
He did that huge like.
He's a comedian.
Shane Dawson?
Comedian with air quotes. He did that whole like 5-part docu-series on Is Jake Paul a Psychopath? Do you remember
first
that?
thing that came up was Shane Dawson's
The
cat.
conspiracy
Oh, this
theory?
guy?
Yeah, that guy.
He had sex with his cat. No.
And now he's gay. And the joke,
Oh,
the joke
shoot.
the radio host made was like, "Oh, so that's probably why you don't like pussy anymore."
But that's not a curse. No cursing. That was a
No,
cat
that-
joke.
I was just reiterating.
Yes, that was. We're talking to like the people who listen to us and almost kick us off the air every week. That was a cat joke.
I'm just
That
like, I'm
guy?
just sitting there baffled. I'm like, dude, you just admitted that you committed bestiality, and he's like not even sweating. He also tried to defend pedophilia too, so
Yeah.
he's just got a lot of issues going
Don't
on.
like
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Go talk to Michael Jackson about that.
Actually, you can't talk to him because he's dead.
Yes, that's also another sad thing that happened to him, to Michael Jackson. Man, we're really just no holds bar here. Anyway, so what's so wait, but also I heard that like Michael Jackson's daughter, like when she heard about all this, like watched that, like she watched it. She like watched it and then like and no like it was really sad. Like she watched it and I think
Yeah, I'm
attempted
sure.
attempted
That's her
suicide.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
she-
so sad. Like,
It's so sad. Imagine like that's
She-
just
and
terrible.
She already, like, she has so much going on.
She has a
She's
lot
the
of
one that,
going
like,
on.
went to therapy.
well, that's like such a hard childhood to like deal with. Like,
Yeah.
with your dad being one of the most recognizable people on the face of the planet.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, let alone all the controversy. It's like, I'm sure that like for these huge celebrities, kids, like, I don't know, what's the Clinton's daughter, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chelsea Clinton did not have a very glamorous, you know,
She was always like
that stage. I feel
yeah.
like she was like 20 already, but still, like that's
I don't know, man.
like that's so
yeah.
confusing, and you
Yeah.
know everybody knows who you are, and everybody's all up in your business, and there's no avoiding it. So
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
it's just tough. Man.
It's a tough life for all these little pedophiles and everything like that.
I'll be more than
Why are
happy
you
to
looking
help
at me?
Paris Jackson. I'll be more than happy to help Paris Jackson through this hard time if she needs any guidance.
Let's just take a moment.
Is this for his death or for?
No,
his,
this is just for Michael, Shane, anyone else who's done
Anyone going through a tough time.
anyone going through a tough time. Yes.
Indeed.
Feel it. Feel it. Don't touch it. Just feel it.
I'd say not feel it either.
Yeah, don't feel anything. Just think about it.
Nope.
Don't think about it.
It's a crazy world, man.
Yeah. Oh,
How
dude.
tall is Serena Williams?
Let me look.
Oh, I got a good quick Serena Williams story. So
Go.
I was taking a tour of the Nike factory up in Oregon, and the guy who's giving us the tour is
5'9".
like, he's like, yeah, there's like a huge like gym like competitiveness here sometimes because
Yeah.
like all like it's Nike, you know,
Yeah,
all the
right.
employees are like gym nuts.
Yeah.
And so this one guy's like, he's like deadlifting his new PR. And he's like, oh, did you guys see that? Like, I'm a monster. I'm unstoppable. And then he hears this really dainty voice, like, excuse me, are you done with that? And then he's like, yeah. And then it turns out, so this
Yeah.
person picks up the like the amount of weight this guy had just set, like this huge dude had just
Yeah.
set for his like new PR.
Yeah.
And she does like a set of 10 to warm up. and he's like, what is happening?
What
And
is
then
your
somebody goes
name?
like, dude, that's Serena Williams.
That's great. Oh my god, dude, are you serious?
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
fucking awesome.
You know, I heard that like some billionaire was gonna pay for like a Serena Williams, LeBron James like surrogate child.
Whoa. Can you guys do that? Hey, LeBron and Serena, if you're listening, can that go down?
That would be.
You don't have to do it. You
that
can like
would be
transfer
the most
fluids through
athletic
robotics.
child.
They would be a beast. A beast. Like, put them in a petri dish. Just
Yeah,
like, you know, swap. I don't know.
King of all courts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bo Jackson, like, forget about Bo Jackson. It's going to be like tennis, basketball, and like, I don't know, soccer.
Freaking track. I don't know.
Yeah, do something.
Swimming.
If you got those
any-
parents,
any
then you can do
sport.
anything, I think.
Sailing even.
Yeah, if you really wanted
You
to.
could even sail.
if that was what you wanted to do.
Just don't fall in.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Any other stories? Quick stories?
It's a racist joke.
I like this song. Last words before we jump back in. We'll get back to you guys soon. Cool. All right, this is Eternally 12 by Melaine Faye and Mac DeMarco playing guitar. So enjoy. Me and Ellie are going to see Mac DeMarco September 13th. We couldn't be more excited. So to all you who aren't, suck on that. See you guys. All right, guys, tune in. KLMU. We're on the radio.
It's a radio show.
Keith is bleeding.
Still? Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Stop touching me with your Jew hair.
Who hurt you, Keith?